As a Liverpool supporter, I fully understand that I have not given a lot of love to our rivals. Everton, Manchester United, Manchester City, there are a lot of good players on these teams, and I just haven't really been covering them all that much. So that's going to change today. Let's check it out. Yes, today we are covering Amadou Onana, sitting at Everton, a Belgian midfielder who actually looks pretty good right now and is really expensive. 44 to 133 million, 35K per week. You do have some good 14s, some 13s. Tackling a 15 is fantastic, going down that line to DM and center back. You do have 15 aggression, 14 bravery, 14 dribbling. Marking and passing of 12 and 13 could grow a little bit. Hopefully, tackling a 15, as I said, is fantastic. So he's got a lot of good potential in there. And actually, his potential, I believe, is negative 8.5. So he has a lot of Wonder Kid room to grow. And at 20 years old, he has definitely got a lot of years left in him. Already, he's well known for soccer fans across Europe. So he's been around the block, and you can see he's got a lot of teams under his belt already at 20 years old. His first international cap against the Netherlands at age 20 is his only milestone, but he's gotten first team appearances, as you can see. So we're going to skip ahead in the next 10 years, do our thing, and I'll see you back in the 2033 season. Well, at 31 years of age, it is the end of the 2033 season. You can see he's loaned out from Real Sociedad. He is joining permanently, but he's at Watford. So he has continued to go around the block, and I will see that in a minute. But a lot of his numbers, his technicals have not gone up. Marking down to 13, dribbling down to 13, acceleration down to 10 as his strength. His numbers definitely don't look all that great. He's only 2.9 million. His transfers arranged already to Watford, as we've seen, but he's a regular starter here, and they are in the Premier League. They are in the 15th in the Premier League. So it's interesting to see that he's now on a downward scale instead of an upward one. But I mean, regular starter, 11 appearances, 716 average rating, 5 assists. He's brought it up to natural in center back, DM, and midfield. He's actually played a little bit of AMC too. So, I mean, he looks pretty good for how he's been doing. However, I think with the negative 8.5 potential on this save, at least, he's closer toward, down towards the lower end of that spectrum, where you might have him on the upper end. So in the 160s, I don't know what the range of the negative 8.5 is, but if the negative 7.5 is, I believe, 120 to 150, negative 8.5 is probably what, 140 to 160 thereabouts. I'm guessing right now, but I definitely see him on the shorter end of that stick than on the longer end, sadly. Career stats, as you can see, he started in a Belgian team. I don't know what that is. Off to Hoffenheim for free, off to Hamburg for free, Lille 6 million in 21-22, and off to Everton for 35 million. He had an okay career here, but $46 million pound move to Real Sociedad, and has just been in and out of the C team, apparently. He's been doing okay, but not fantastic. He's got so he's got a 707 here, a 717 here, not all that fantastic. But then loaned out for 325K to Watford, a 716 average rating there. This must be in the wintertime break. He's going to move there permanently this summer. When he retires, we'll see what happens with that. But overall, I mean, he's not playing on bad teams. I mean, Everton, I'm not going to say anything. But Real Sociedad's not a bad team. Watford obviously is on the lower end of the spectrum, but he just hasn't been doing all that well. Injuries, he's got a fair bit, and a lot of them are moderate, so that is a problem. 3 weeks, 9 days, 3 weeks. That major calf strain for 4 weeks is a big issue. I mean, it's not really a lot worse than a lot of players we've already seen. So just something to keep in mind, take a look at. If you've got a great medical squad, then maybe, you can cut down on these moderates, make them slights. I don't know. But when he gets an injury, and he probably will, then yeah, it's half and half on what it could be. Milestones, as you can see, first international cap against Netherlands that we saw, seasonal best 11s, first international goal against Egypt at age 22. That is pretty nice. Bought by Real Sociedad, seasonal best 11s, Supercopa de España winners, Belgian best player abroad, third place, Copa de Su Majestad, there, so Copa del Rey. And yeah, I mean, a lot of the same as usual. Doesn't have really a lot of accolades to his, his personal name, but he's got some good trophies in the cabinet, especially with Spain. I mean, Supercopa de España, Supercopa de España, Copa del Rey. He's won a lot of Supercopa de Españas. But as we saw, 4 winners' medals to his name. In terms of personal accolades, single third place medal, and that is it. Tactically, you can see he's played a defensive midfielder at 1 international appearance, only a 6'4", not great. Midfield center, 28 for club, 6'8", 24 for internationally, 3 goals though, 6'9", I wonder what that tactic is. Center back though, 1 for club, 6'4", 5 internationally, 7'2". So actually internationally, the center back option is a pretty nice one. But overall, I mean, he's gotten around the block. How many international caps does he have? 67 caps, 4 goals. So, I mean, still a pretty good tally for, I would not call him an upper echelon type of player, but one to scout and see where he ends up. He could be, again, on the higher spectrum of the potential charts with that negative 8.5. So who knows what he's going to be on your save. Well, 2036 is actually the time it looks like he will retire, and his stats are just looking awful. 5 acceleration, 10 pace, but still passing at 15 and tackling at 15. He's brought tackling back up. Or was it marking? I don't know. But marking of 13, yeah, they're okay. But with that acceleration of 5, pace of 10 is okay. But I mean, he is definitely on the lower end. And yeah, it's definitely time to retire. So as you can see, he is on loan from Watford to S Tunis, but he is retiring at the end of this season. One short-term plan. What is a short-term plan? Plans to retire. That's it. But overall, I mean, in the Tunisian league, 26 plus 4 appearances, 705 average rating. I mean, not too bad, I guess. Career stats. He was loaned out to Getafe for 375 in 34 and 35. Did not do all that well. But Tunisia, not too bad, I guess. Watford in the championship, as you can see. He did make that £7.5 million move. But overall, nothing great. Orange CAF Super Cup winners with Tunisia. So, I mean, no personal accolades, but trophies still going in the cabinet every now and again. I mean, overall, it's not been a bad career, I will say. He definitely has picked up a couple more. I mean, that major was there up through that 2033 season, but slight minor major. So, yeah, 6 weeks for a sprained knee ligament and then moderate hamstring strain. So, yeah, I think it's at the end. But that does it for the career of Amadou Onana. It's been an interesting one. I definitely can see much better things in other people's saves where he can actually reach that, negative 8.5, whatever that is, 160, 170, I don't know, potential. I mean, it is a fantastic potential to reach if you can get it in your save. But he did not, unfortunately, here. And his career, while not awful, has not been nearly what it probably could have been. But that is it for Amadou Onana. I am Sefian FM for the Football Manager blog channel saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.